Hey guys, Get Level here, and today I have a brand new animated overlay pack for you guys. Now if you're familiar with the channel and you've used my overlay packs in the past, know that this one is slightly different. It's more optimized and there are different things about it. If it's your first time here, I'm going to show you how you can use this overlay pack to fully customize not only your Twitch presentation, basically your Twitch channel, but also inside of your broadcasting software. We're going to be using Streamlabs OBS to show you how you can set it up. Now, for the people who have used my overlay packs in the past, know that this overlay pack will have the possibility for you to have your custom language. My goal is to make it simple for you guys to customize those overlays without using Photoshop, without using Adobe Premiere or After Effects, which is all the programs that I use to make those overlays. And with each overlay pack that I post, I try to optimize it, and I feel like we're getting very close to having fully customizable overlay packs. But that's enough talking. We're gonna start using it right now. So we are here on my bot's channel and we are about to switch out all of the graphics. We're not gonna change the profile picture because I've already shown how to do it. And also, I feel like profile pictures are personal, so you decide what you use. For the banner, I'm just going to click on my name to reveal the banner, click, and then find the banner file. Just double click it and then wait. Boom, now we have it. For the offline image, I'm going to click on my name, get to the creator dashboard, and I believe it's in channel right there. So video player banner, I'm going to update it to the offline image that comes in a pack. Offline. Okay, that's successful. So let's get back to the channel. And there we go. Right now we have the banner and the offline image that have been updated. Now we just need to update the panels. So I'm going to click edit panel and I'm going to click add image. I'm just going to replace those. Panel. That's about. Now make sure that I do not crop anything. So it's the full size. Click about, click submit to save your change every single time. The pack comes with 20 different panels. Obviously, you can use whichever you want. You don't have to use all of them. But there's also a blank one that you can use to customize. Let's say there's something that you want to show that is not included in the pack. You can actually customize your own. The link towards the font is in the product description on gumroad.com/getlevel. And just like that, the panels are added. Now, when it comes to the banner or the offline image or anything really, you will want to customize them. There are many ways of doing it. If you're asking me, how do I customize those images? Well, within image editor, basically, you can do them using Microsoft Paint if you want. But some of you commented on my previous videos telling me that Pixlr was a good web-based image editor to use. So pixlr.com/editor. That is pixlr.com/editor. Okay, so once you're in the editor, let's say you wanted to edit a panel, right? You would choose the blank one right here. You would click on the text tool or the type tool, click once here, and now you can type my text, all right? So you can select that. Color is white like the other panels. Click OK. And then find the font. The font we use for this overlay pack is Forest Square. There is a link to download and install it in the description of the product on gumroad.com/getlevel. So we found our font here. It's Forest Square. Then we click on size, as big as you want, and then simply move it. There you go. Just customized a panel. All you have to do is click File, Save, or Control S. Select My Computer. Click OK. And then name your file. Then save it. I'm not going to save it because, well, I don't need this. So this is how you can do it online with pixlr.com. But you can literally do it with any editing software, including Microsoft Paint. Okay, so now that we're done with our page presentation or Twitch channel presentation, we can go inside of Streamlabs OBS and start setting up our scenes and everything. Oh, hi, this is me. I don't feel like being on camera, but I'm still gonna be on camera, I guess. So we already have our scene. I know that some of you are probably starting from scratch. I will still show you how to do it. Basically, you have your first scene here. If you want to add a new scene, it will be there. Now in our starting soon scene, we know that what we have is an animation, an animated overlay that says starting soon. So we're gonna click the plus here to add a source, and we're gonna go to media source because it's going to be a video file or an animated file. It's not just an image. So we can call it here. Always name your files. And then we're gonna go look for it. And the packet's gonna be called startingsoon.mp4. Now once you have it here, you need to loop it to make sure that it plays endlessly pretty much. And you click done. And that's it. You already have your starting soon scene. So when you're just starting your stream, you can be there and then you can switch onto your main game. So when it comes to our main game, it's gonna be a game capture source. So all you have to do is click plus, find game capture, and then select the game you're playing. I already have it, so I'm not gonna add it again. And then there's camera. I am going to delete this camera overlay because I want to add a new one. I'm gonna delete this. And in this pack, the camera overlays are image files. So we're gonna click plus. We're gonna click image. And we're gonna type cam overlay. We're gonna find them. There are two different camera overlays in this pack. I'm gonna use the second one because I like it more. Now, as you can see, I imported my image. I'm just gonna click and drag to place it over here. Now I'm gonna add my camera. So it's going to be video capture device. I'm gonna call this one cam. I can also use another source. If I've imported my cam somewhere else, I can also use that. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. And one thing you should know with most of my overlays is that the camera needs to be behind the camera overlay so that it covers it, just like that. So from here, I'm going to make my camera overlay match this. And in order to make it match perfectly, I'm going to hold Alt and then click and drag the sides to crop it. Looks okay to me. But right now, if I were actually playing and streaming, it would look like I'm looking this side because my monitor is this side and my chat is this side. What I'm gonna do is flip my camera. I'm gonna right click on my cam source, click transform, and then flip horizontal. And now my cam is flipped. Now it feels like I'm looking and reacting to the actual content. Okay, so now that I have two different sources, one is the image that is the camera overlay, and then the other one is the actual camera overlay. What I can do is hold Control, have them both selected, and then click on group. In this group, I can call it camera. Now with this group selected, I can move both of them around together. Now something else you might want to show on screen is what we call a labels bar. Basically, it's going to be a little bar that will show your new followers, your new subscribers, your most recent donations, and all of that. And this pack comes with two of them. One of them is blank, so you can customize it as you wish. And the other one has most recent follower, most recent donation, most recent subscriber, and most recent cheerer. We're going to use that one. And I'm going to show you a little technique to group everything that is different than what we did with the camera. So we're going to click plus. Those are also images. We're going to click plus. We're going to add an image. I call this one lab bar, as in labels bar. We're going to find the one we're looking for. It's this one. Labels bar blank. No, we're going to go with labels bar text. I'm going to click OK. All done. As you can see, it's quite big. You need to resize it. It shouldn't be this huge on your screen. It should look something like that. If you want to center something, you can right click, transform, center horizontal, center vertical. You can also move things precisely with the arrows on your keyboard, which is what I'm doing right now. Now, if you want to know the names of the new follower, new donation, new cheer, new subscriber, and how to add them so that it updates automatically and you're using Streamlabs OBS, all you have to do is click on the plus and then find stream labels. And right here, it will say stream label. And you can name it. If it's going to be recent follower, you can name it recent follower. I'm going to give it a different name because I already have them. And you can add it as a new source. So here, the label type is where you're going to find it. So you have a huge list of most recent this, most recent that, top this, top that, etc. So you need to find most recent follower, most recent subscriber, depending on what you want to add. For example, here I'm gonna find most recent follower. Okay. Now remember, we have a custom font that we're using for this whole pack. So I'm gonna try to go and find it. So in font family, I'm gonna click, and then I'm gonna find Foursquare. I can also type, and it will show me a list. I'm gonna click, and I can figure out the size that I want, like this. Now I can place it in the appropriate label. If you want to know how to make it scroll like this, because we already have a labels bar here, you just have to right click, filters, and then click plus, find scroll right there, and then just play around with this. And you'll see on screen, it's also scrolling. If you want to keep it in a limited width, you can click limit width and then basically eyeball the size. That's too much. A little too much. That seems fine. And then repeat. The other way to group up stuff that I told you about is, well, holding control. So we have the bar, which is the image. And then we have the recent follows. Now you can right click on it. And in group, you will find group into a scene. You click that. You're gonna call this one labels. I'm gonna call it labels 2 because I already have one. And now you actually have them in their own scene with the different sources. So everything you have here, will be in your main game as a scene. That means you can not only move it around without worrying about leaving some behind, you can also resize it as you please, and it will stay grouped up. So this is a technique I really love to use because we only use the group for the camera, but if we tried to move to resize stuff, it doesn't always work, but right now it's impressively working. Okay. So there are two ways to group stuff. You can either have them in a scene or just as a group. And here, I just know that I've had problems with the simple group before, so I really prefer doing a different scene. Let's move into the intermission screen. Now for the intermission screen on this overlay pack, what you have is an image. So I'm just gonna replace this image with the right one. By the way, this previous overlay is a free one that you can get from gumroad.com/getlevel. If you play Apex Legends, I actually have 2 of those and they're both free. Now I'm gonna find our intermission screen. Find it, I'm just gonna open it. Seems like we already have a labels bar. We're gonna get rid of that. Okay, there you go. So this is what the intermission screen looks like in the Go Fast overlay pack. Something that you should definitely note is that the order of sources matters. It's basically the same order of visibility. So for example, if I had my intermission image all the way up top, then everything I add behind will not be visible because this is covering all of it. So you would want that to be down there. We don't need display capture. So I'm gonna put, this is my camera, and I'm gonna put it on top of it. Turn it on. Now I'm gonna move and crop my camera so that it fits. Remember to hold Alt and then drag the sides in order to crop. Now I have my camera. The bar on the side, you can put whatever you want, but it's intentionally made for chat. So all you have to do to get your chat in is to click the plus, find chat box, and then put your chat box in. Now, when it comes to customizing your chat box, you really decide. So you have width and height here. What I suggest doing is just placing this here. Actually, put it at the bottom here. And then from this screen, you can play with the width and the height. We want it to be a little bit higher. We're gonna try 700 pixels. Yeah, we should have placed it at the top corner apparently. Oh. 700 pixel seems to be the correct height. Let's play around with the width. Let's try 500. Let's try 400. 420. 450. 40. And that seems to be the perfect size. Then of course here you will have all the options when it comes to your actual font size and everything. If I type in chat, can't guarantee that the text size will be the right one, but this is how you figure it out. I already had a chat box. There you go. I can double click it and then play around with the actual options. As you can see here, you have font settings. I can bring the font size down, click done. Now that looks better. Now remember the labels that we grouped up into a scene. We can just click here, find scene, and then find it. It's that one. Click add existing source. And now we have our labels. Now the problem is that since it has been put into a scene, the whole thing is gonna do 1080p. So you need to crop it. And now you can make it bigger. Remember, if you want to crop, hold Alt. And boom, so this is our main game. This is one of our intermission screens. Okay, so it's the same process with ending, stream ending. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the transitions that come with the pack. I'm also going to show you how you can customize it. So to edit a scene transition, you need to click on the little gear thing here. And on your global transition, you click the little pencil, that's edit. And then you will find, as transition type, you will find stinger. Okay. Now video file is here. Click browse. And then find the file that is named transition or transition 2. Transition is with the color red that matches the rest. And transition 2 is a black and white transition, just in case red is not your color theme. Okay, so the duration of this specific transition is 2 seconds. We're gonna put 2000 as in 2000 milliseconds. The transition point, if your transition point type is in millisecond, is going to be 1000. The transition point is 1 second. So now if you click done and you click done, when you switch from your starting soon to your main game, you're gonna have a transition. There you go. That easy. Now we're going to switch from the main game to the intermission. There you go. Okay, now let's talk about customizing, right? So if I want to change colors, for one, I've said that many times, but if you're new, you go to filters, you go to color correction, you add a color correction filter, you click OK. I already have one. And I'm just going to add it here. And now what happens when you add a color correction filter, you will have the hue shift option. That is where you can change the color to whatever you want. So everything that is from the overlay pack that you import in Streamlabs OBS, you can actually change the color by using a filter, right? Okay, and you can turn it off by just clicking on the eye. So the filter preset is still here. You can just activate and deactivate it from here. I'm going to close this. The starting soon screen, as you see, it says starting soon. What I'm going to do is upload the background file. So I'm going to go media source. All right. I'm going to click. I'm going to call it background. Add new media source. Okay. Background.mp4. Click on loop. Okay. And now I have an empty screen that doesn't say any text. Okay, now let's say I'm French and I would like this to have a French message that says starting soon. I'm going too fast. I'm going to click on plus here. I'm going to add the text. I'm going to click add source. Click start. I'm going to call it whatever I want, really. And in here in text, I'm going to type in début du stream. Full caps, right? Now we need to match the fonts. Remember our font was called Forced Square. Type Forest, it shows me. Click this. I'm gonna make the font way bigger, but then we'll adjust it. Okay. We're gonna click done. And now all we have to do is align this, right? Simply align it. And from there, you can type whatever you want in whatever language you want. Straight in Streamlabs OBS, no need for editing softwares or anything. So if you're Brazilian, if you're from Spain, if you're Chinese, whatever, you can customize this pack straight in OBS. I already showed you how to customize the panels so that you can have a full range of panels in your language. Now this is how you can customize your overlays, your intermission screens. One last thing I want to show you, since I showed you the color filter inside of Streamlabs OBS. Now you're probably thinking, what about my offline image, my panels, my banner, my avatar? What if I want to change the colors on this one? What you need to do is the same thing we showed you for the panels. So in Pixlr, make sure you have the image, basically the background selected here. You're gonna go on adjustment, and then you're gonna find hue and saturation, which is pretty much the exact same thing as in Streamlabs. And then you're just gonna play around with the hue and find your specific theme and your specific color. Once you're done, just click OK. Same thing, file, save, and then you can change the color of the whole overlay for all the image files. And all the moving files, you can change them inside of Streamlabs OBS. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is pretty much how, not only a tutorial on how to customize your Twitch channel plus your overlays and all of that, how you can add overlays, how you can deal with animated overlays, how you can add labels, how you can add transitions, but also how to modify them in order to customize them yourself. I know you guys have been asking me to make more customizable stuff. People from all around the world are telling me everything is in English, I can't do it. Well, now you can. Remember that label right there? I also have a file that is completely blank. So if you want to switch it, you can go here and find the file that says labels bar blank. Now you can add text sources that say new follower, new subscriber, new cheer, etc. in your language. Okay, hopefully that tutorial was, well, that tutorial plus the advertisement of this overlay pack was useful for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Something I do need to mention is that this overlay pack is not free, but it is very similar to a bunch of other overlay packs that I have. Just make sure that you read the description when you're buying the overlay pack. I've had people ask me, hey, I download this overlay pack, it's not customizable, even though the overlay pack was never advertised as customizable. Okay, so this overlay pack is 99 cents. It's the lowest price that I can possibly put on gumroad.com/GaelLevel. This is where you'll find it. It's called Go Fast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not using Streamlabs OBS yet, well, please download it. You can use my affiliate link that will be in the description. I will get a little bit of money, even though it's free. It's completely free for you. And charity will also get a little bit of money. So please consider it. My social media will probably be up there. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/GaelLevel. And even if you're not interested in this specific overlay pack, you can check out gumroad.com/GaelLevel, because we have a bunch of different overlay packs. A lot of them are animated. A lot of them are free. The rest is just cheap. But that's it for the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Go out there, make me proud. GaelLevel out.